Do you ever wonder what it might feel like to suddenly realise that everything you once feared was simply a signal, a message misunderstood by an outdated operating system, one that used to serve a purpose, but no longer fits who you're becoming? Because you are becoming, aren't you? Becoming someone who feels the pulse of connection not as a threat, but as an invitation, an opening, a mirror of your own internal evolution, reflecting back exactly what you believe is possible. What if people were like lenses, and lenses could be swapped without resistance, and resistance, after all, it's just the mind's way of asking, are you sure you're ready for more? And let's say you were ready to remember what you've always known, ready to install a new belief system, not through force but flow, not through logic but language that whispers to the unconscious. Let's begin with an old pattern. Once there was someone, maybe like you, who believed being vulnerable meant being weak, who felt rejection in their chest like a knife, who rehearsed mistakes before they happened, and so never let life begin. You know the one. They hear a voice. Don't open up. Don't try. Don't trust. Don't fall. But let's play a game. What if that voice was only trying to protect them? What if that fear was a misfired safety protocol? What if the only reason it hurt so much was because the truth inside them longed so deeply to be free? Because you do long, don't you? Long to love boldly, long to live without apology, long to know that even if it's messy, imperfect, raw, it's real. And real is where the power lives. Imagine a boy once told, don't cry, don't talk about your feelings. He grew up armoured, untouchable, alone, until one day he met someone who didn't leave when he cracked. And in that crack, a light entered. What if the fear of rejection was only ever a bridge to connection so real it scared the ghosts of past pain? That boy learned vulnerability is not the end, it's the beginning. Just like you're starting now, aren't you? Even if you didn't notice it yet, something's already begun shifting. She once believed, if I fail, I'll be abandoned. So she never tried, until one day she stumbled into something strange. A mentor who smiled and said, failure, there's no such thing, only feedback. The world didn't crumble when she slipped. In fact, she rose higher. So now she fails forward, dances with the unknown, laughs at the fear of looking foolish, because being alive is already imperfect, and perfection was never the point, presence is. So what if you knew in your bones that every mistake makes you magnetic? That your willingness to try is what makes you powerful? And the part of you that used to freeze now smiles, takes a breath and whispers, I've got this. Once there was a locked door. The person behind it didn't know how they got there, only that every time someone knocked, they flinched. What they didn't realise was they were holding the key all along, but the key wasn't courage, it wasn't strength, it wasn't perfection, it was curiosity. What if I could open just a little? What if being seen wasn't dangerous but divine? What if intimacy wasn't something to survive but something to celebrate? You could continue guarding yourself and miss out on life's richest flavours, or you could open a little today and a little more tomorrow until connection becomes your natural state. You don't have to rush, you don't have to leap, just lean. Because when you lean toward what once scared you, you teach your nervous system that safety isn't avoidance, it's embodiment. You've seen it, haven't you? The ones who glow from within, who laugh loudly, love freely, connect instantly. It's no accident. They operate from different beliefs. Beliefs like, I am enough. Rejection is redirection. My presence is a gift. Love flows when I do. My body knows how to relax into truth. My emotions, they're just energy asking to move. When enough examples echo the same truth, you begin to wonder, maybe this is true for me too. And you can start feeling safer being seen. And you can begin to let connection come to you. And you can rewire your inner dialogue to say, I'm allowed to want, I'm allowed to be seen. And it's good to feel. It's safe to feel. It's powerful to feel. Because fear didn't come to stop you. Fear came to remind you what matters. You only fear rejection because connection matters to you. You only fear mistakes because growth matters to you. You only fear intimacy because you crave truth. So what if fear was never the enemy? What if it was your compass, pointing not to danger but to desire? So imagine now, walking into a room, and you breathe deeper, shoulders back, not because you're performing, but because you're free. And as people approach, they feel something different. You're not trying, you're not hiding, you're just being. You're present, you're real, you're magnetic. Because you now know vulnerability is your power. Rejection, it's just redirection. Mistakes, they're stepping stones. And you, yes, you are safe to love and be loved now. Would it surprise you if that change has already begun? Or would it make perfect sense? After all, your unconscious has been listening this whole time, hasn't it? And maybe I'll always know exactly what you needed to hear to remember who you already are.